Hello and welcome to our Thursday Night Football live watch along. It's the Melbourne Storm versus the Penrith Panthers in this one. We're looking forward to seeing how this shapes up. Penrith sitting second on the ladder can go back to the top for the time being with a win. The Melbourne Storm, well, they're just fighting for pride as the season winds down. They do welcome back in some key players, which might just add a little bit of spark to this one. Speaking of that, let's have a look at how the two teams do line up, starting with the Panthers, of course. So, as we look to head into round 25, it's a key clash for this one. Ivan Cleary's side is led out by son Nathan Cleary. So, for the Melbourne Storm, for the Penrith Panthers, in fullback is Dylan Edwards. Wingers Tom Jenkins and Brian Toto. The centres Isaac Tungo, Casey McLean. The halves are Jack Cogger and Nathan Cleary. Up front, it's Moses Leota and Liam Henry. Freddie Lussick's at 9. Isaiah Papali'i and Liam Martin. In the back row, Lindsay Smith is at 13. The bench, Billy Scott, Scott Sorensen, Luron Patea, Billy Phillips, Jack Cole and Luke Garner. The late change there coming in for Blaze Talangi. So we'll update that in a moment. And then for Melbourne, also a late change coming in. Trent Tolau shifts back to the bench. Tyron Wishart will start at halfback. So that one should be updated on your screen now. Great to have you tuning in. So the team lineup for the Melbourne Storm is Suafea Longo, Sialangi, Tuamalatu Brown, Jack Howarth, Nick Meaney and Moses Leo making up their back five. Cameron Munster and Trent Tolau. Stefano Utokamano. Hey Amanda, how are you? Up front with Josh King, Harry Grant's at 9. So Tyron Wishart will be at half. And then Sean Bloor, Oren Keeley and Trent Liero will be the back row. The bench then Trent Tolau, Alec McDonald, Angus Hinchy, Cooper Clark, Joe Chan and Jack Hetherington. As we said, Penrith, just that one change. Blaze Talangi dropping off their extended bench and coming in there in jersey 21 will be Luke Garner. Guard of Honour formed and Tui Kamakamitha will come out to rapturous rounds of applause after announcing his retirement this week. A much-loved member of the Melbourne Storm. And the Storm form that guard of honour, as I say, clapping him out after he had that stroke early this year. They do welcome him onto the field. Great to see, a wonderful gesture. Yes, Amanda, I'll be doing both games tomorrow night, so looking forward to that. So Melbourne now followed Tui through the banner. Big boost for the Storm. Harry Grant back into the squad. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure you like on the video. Jump into the comments as well. Hey, Amon, no, we can't put the live video, mate. YouTube will shut us down for copyright infringement. So I'll commentate the game play-by-play for you. Happy to answer any questions or queries along the way. Last 6 meetings, 4-2 in favour of the Storm. The last one, though, earlier this year, 50-10 the way of the Panthers. The biggest win in that run. So it'll be Nick Meaney to get us underway for the Melbourne Storm. Try and fix up that game clock. I'm not sure why that's not quite working. And we get underway. Melbourne Storm kicking it off. Dylan Edwards takes it on the full. And that game clock should update any moment now. We're underway. Isaiah Papali'i comes forward. Harry Grant gets hold of him along with Tyron Wishart, who's into that starting lineup at halfback. Just haven't been able to settle on something in the absence of Hughes and Munster this season. They work forward now. McLean will play it, 4 short of halfway, and Lussick gets out of dummy half on tackle 4, and we'll get about 8 metres into the attacking half. He'll play it 13 in from touch on the left edge, plays it back to Edwards. Cleary puts it to the air. And it's taken cleanly by Fa'alongo on his 10-metre line. Wide on the right. And they'll come across. Trying to work it out. And Meaney driven back towards his own try line. He'll play it about 3 metres out, 4 to the right of the uprights. Now Moses Leo takes a charge up to the 10-metre line. That's tackle 3. Work to be done here for the Storm. Wishart takes a run. The man bound for the Perth Bears brought down 18 out, 3 to the left of the uprights. Tumalatu Brown runs a decoy and taking it forward in the end. Utakamano, and they kick on tackle 5, taken outside the 30 by Jenkins on the full. He crosses the 40, and he'll play it 4 short of halfway, 18 in from touch on tackle 1. Great position for Panthers to start this set. Cogger takes a little dart out of dummy half down the left-hand side, the short side, and he's into the attacking half. He'll play it 43 metres out from the line, 12 in from touch. Now McLean, he's met by Grant and 2 other defenders there, just wrapping him up. Keeley was one of those. Hey, Ricky, yeah, I was on the fence with this. I thought the Storm might just get up for this one with the whole Kamikamitha stories. They get to the outside here with Jenkins, the Panthers. Just with that retirement game, a bit of the emotion. I think there's a couple of those sorts of games coming across the end of the season where they're danger games for top sides. Panthers just need to get a little bit of cohesion. Martin takes us on the full. Smith swings it wide for Brian Toto. What about the hands? Lindsay Smith throws a 15-metre pass to Brian Toto to score. He gets the first try of the evening. And the Panthers lead 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. Brian Toto getting across for the opener. All came from the kick. They targeted Liam Martin. He gets up, bats it back. Nathan Cleary kicks from the left edge. Here we go. Liam Martin. They just waited for him there. And he's able to shovel it back to Lindsay Smith, who swung it wide to Toto, who was on the outside. He had too much space and just accelerated away. Sean Ballore here just hesitating and holding back off the ball. And Liam Martin got it away to Lindsay Smith, who saw that Brian Toto was open wide on the right. And Toto races to the corner, beating a diving Moses Leo. And all of a sudden, Penrith are on top early doors. Great start for the Panthers. It's exactly what they would have been looking for. Off to a flyer. Beautiful attempt from Martin just to take that cleanly. Just no attempt from the Storm. Then they swing it wide out to Toto. Gets it down. And just over 4 minutes gone. The Panthers are racing the clock early doors. Nathan Cleary now. Look to add the extras. From at 7 in from touch. He curls it just inside the right upright. Beautiful kick. And the Panthers on the road lead 6 points to 0. Brian Toto scores his 100th try for the club. He's 13 behind the all-time leaders and closing in on great names like Greg Alexander. 4th player in Panthers history to get 100 tries for them. So Storm get us back underway. And the Panthers send Liotta back through the middle. He's brought down by Liero and Munster. The penalty for too slow, says referee Atkins. And Penrith straight on the back of points get a piggyback out of their own end. Dear oh dear. Not what Melbourne were looking for. Now Liam Martin. Plays it back to Lussick, to Edwards. And they come across. Smith on for Henry. Henry over halfway, where he'll play this now on tackle 3. He's 43 out, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Smith gets it onto Cleary, a little show and go. Blore gets hold of him from behind, and they drag him down now with Grant and Munster. Back onto the 40-metre line. He's 15 metres in from touch. Now Edwards at first receiver. Gives it on for Leotta. For Smith. Turns around and passes Cogger. Papali'i out now for McLean. On to Jenkins, who gets to the outside and he's brought down. 19 out from the line. 2 in from touch. Cogger gets across there. McLean is at first receiver on tackle 5. Floats it up again. Liam Martin juggles. Knocks it on. Then it's shoveled backwards by Blore. They get it out now to Meaney, who's brought down, and that should be tackle 0. 9 out from his line, 15 in from touch on the left edge. Bouncing around, taking a run that doesn't go far. They've made about 3 metres. They ran about 25 through Moses Leo, and they get a penalty again. Too slow in the ruck. This time it goes Melbourne's way. They kick for touch, and they find it on the 30. Again, not all that aggressive in terms of what they're chasing. They're kicking for touch. And Storm try and work it out of their own end. Now they're swinging across from the left. Centre field, Utakamano. Tries to shrug free of the tackle. Martin hanging on. Lussick drags him down with the help of Smith, and he's 42 out from the line centre field. Grant gets out of dummy half, gives it to Wishart, who takes a little scurry. Smith wraps him again on tackle 4. He's 34 out from the line, just to the right of centre field. Now they come through. Liero distributing out wide, and they get over the 30, and they'll play it 27 out from the line with Meaney. Wishart will kick from a similar distance centre field. Putting it up, contest. We've got a player who's gone to ground there in Cogger. It's taken in the end and thrown out the back door. Little shovel on, Failongo. Can't get the ball away though. He does end up knocking it on as he goes to ground. Casey McLean now wrestles the ball free from him. Played on his 10-metre line, 9 in from touch on tackle 1. They get pulled up. Sean Blore. Sean Blore going off for a HIA. I haven't really seen anything of note. So Cooper Clark, the straight change for Blore in that left side second row where he usually plays. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Get involved in the conversation. How do you think this one plays out? Now, Henry going forward. We're almost up to the 30 here. Play it there on tackle 3. Now they go the short side to Isaiah Papali'i. He's brought down 38 out from the line, 15 in from touch on that left edge. They come open side for Edwards. Edwards out to Cleary. Cleary. Cut out ball. Cuts out 2 for To'o. Ducks under the first tackle, then slips away from Clark. Clark comes again with the help of King. And they'll drag him down just over halfway. That's tackle 5, and they'll go to the air now with Cleary, who's hit and dragged to ground. Play on, says referee Atkins. Failongo takes it on the full. Slips away from one. Tackler can't slip away from Isaiah Papali'i. And he's brought down 12 out from his line. Tumalatu Brown. He'll play it on the 20. 15 in from touch on that right edge. Now Meaney. Playing right centre, working forward for some extra metres. Utakamano just takes it 1 off the ruck straight into Liam Henry. Gets the offload away, and Harry Grant gets clipped. A few Storm players appeal for it being high. Munster will kick from inside the 40, looking for a 40-20, far too straight. And Dylan Edwards will take it on the full on his 20. Runs a big U-turn and ends up meeting the defensive line just over the 20, but certainly more centrally, for he's brought down 23 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Now they go to Jenkins. Jenkins is immediately swarmed by the defence and brought down here. He'll play it back. Cogger filling in at dummy half. To'o tries to fend off Cooper Clark, but the cavalry arrives with Grant and Munster helping out. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. And of course, make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to keep growing this platform. Cleary drops Papali'i back underneath. He beats Cooper Clark, then tries to slice between Liero and Oitukamano, but that's not to happen. Tackle 5. He's 6 metres into the attacking half. They're on the front foot. Cleary gets forward, kicks on the 40, finds turf. He's going to roll into the in-goal. Suafea-Longo is going to have to track back and get it. And now he's going to have to try and work his way out of his in-goal. Throws a pass and finds Tuamalatu Brown. Is it? No, Moses Leo, sorry. And he gets out of there now. Failongo out of dummy half, picks up 12, 13, 14 metres in the end, and he's brought down 15 metres out from the try line. 20 in from touch. Wishart at dummy half. Now Warbrick. Sorry, Howarth. Warbrick, of course, gone for the season. Howarth plays it. They go across field here. Oren Keeley almost slips through. Isaiah Papali'i drags him down by the bootlaces. Tyron Wishart gets out of dummy half here and is just clipped by Casey McLean. Was McLean square at marker? Might be a question. The referee Atkins says that's tackle 5. 4 short of halfway. 20 in from touch. They swing it a couple wide to Munster. He sends it downtown with a left boot. Oh, a little bobble, but hangs on to it. Now races back over the 30-metre line where he's met by Clark, Howarth, and Leo. And he'll play it 31 metres out from the line, 8 in from touch on the right edge. Wonderful to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know whereabouts in the world you're tuning in from. State, country, city, doesn't matter. Just give us a bit of an idea. It's always handy. We're off to a flyer in this one. 11 from 11 completions between the two sides in 11 minutes. Smith gives it on here. Cogger. Papali'i poking his head through the line, but he's brought down there by Trent Liero. We've got a penalty. Is it some late contact on Jack Cogger? So it's against Oren Keeley, just dropping the shoulder into Jack Cogger as he relaxes. Deemed to be slightly late. Words of Grant Atkin, you've got the opportunity to reduce the force there and you didn't. So the Panthers kick for touch and find it 34 out from the line to start this set. On the attack, here they come. So Liam Henry will play it inside the 30. He's 28 out from the line, 20 in from touch. They get the penalty. Take the quick tap, but referee Atkins says, no, I haven't given you the mark yet. Hey, Quentin, good to have you with us. Down over in the land of the long white cloud in New Zealand. Always wonderful to have our New Zealand followers tuning in. What are your thoughts, Quentin? I'm always intrigued. Does New Zealand need a second team when they come to Team 20 in another 3 or 4 years? Should we have a second New Zealand team as Team 20? How will that go for the now named New Zealand Warriors? Will they have to go back to the Auckland Warriors? I wonder how that will shape up. Moses Leota plays it 20 out from the line. Harry Grant pulls it out one-on-one, and it goes back to Liam Martin. And what they're going to say is Harry Grant's got pulled it out, but then Martin's touched it again. So chance for Penrith to challenge here if they want. So scrum feed. And the ball just gets caught up in there, so they're going to say feed it again. This is what happens when you let wingers feed scrums. Dear, oh dear. 13 and a half minutes gone. Penrith with the early advantage. Yeah, I think it would create a really good rivalry over there, Quentin, which I'm looking forward to. But obviously, it's just about getting a footprint with the existing New Zealand fans, the Wars fans. Obviously, they've got such a good following. Zoran Keeley is wrapped up here by Papali'i. Plays at 19 out from the line. Failongo. There's no way Papali'i was square there. But referee Atkins says play on. Munster then runs back into the same Papali'i, who I still don't think's got an onside. I'll play it on tackle 2. 23 out from the line. Meaney bumps over the top of one in Cogger. And then is brought down by 2 others. Lussick leading the way. Hey, Peter, good to have you. You're going for the Storm from PNG. Failongo gets to the outside. Gives it now to Howarth, who starts rapidly running out of room. Throws a bounce pass back inside, and Liam Martin picks it up, shovels it to Brian To'o, and away go the Panthers. To'o ducks under the tackle of Harry Grant. Is then wrapped up by Josh King and Stefano Utokamano. This will be tackle 133 out from the line just to the right of centre field. Henry will take a settler. He'll play it now. 29 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left side. They'll get 6 more here for a ruck infringement. Now Liotta goes straight into Utokamano, his opposite number. Liero's there as well. That'll be tackle 121 out from the line. Cleary for Martin. Coming across to this right edge. Martin holding his feet. They've got 3 defenders in there wrapping him up, led by Cooper Clark, and he'll play it 12 out from the line just to the right of the uprights. Lindsay Smith, a little show and go after getting a pass from Cleary. Brought down 8 from the line. 6 to the left of the uprights. They come back centre field. Cleary out the back for Edwards. He'll go deeper again. Little jink move there from Isaac Tungo, and he's brought down by Moses Leo. That's tackle 4 from the line. 15 in from touch. They swing it across. Smith now. Cogger gets it to McLean. McLean on the outside for Jenkins. Jenkins cuts back infield. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. Loses his footing. Gets the pass away to Cogger, who gets it on to Lussick. Was that touched? Moses Liotta bats it on. Liam Martin has a swing at it. Brian Toto picks it up. They're going to say it's been knocked forward there in the baton. And it will be Melbourne Storm ball. It was tackle 5, I believe, so it should just be a changeover. I tell you what, I'd be challenging that if I was Penrith. $16 minutes gone so far. Clock a little lagging, but that's okay. Ballpark estimate, that one. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Jump into the comments. Happy to chat anything rugby league or sport more broadly. It's Cooper Clark bouncing his way forward. A good, strong run. He'll play it now. 33 out from the line. 17 in from touch on the left edge. Oh, pass behind to no one from Munster. Fayalonga, who's lost the headgear now, shrugs it off and scoots back to pick it up. And he's brought down 34 out from the line just to the right of centre field. Now they work it through the middle with Liero, who's brought down by Liotta, Lussick and Henry. Slow play the ball, but no one moving forward. Utokamano's there now. Gets the short ball as the rain starts to come down in Melbourne. Harry Grant gets out of dummy half and he'll kick to the corner looking for the sideline. He does find it about 5 out from the try line. Edwards happy just to watch it across on a tight angle. As the camera operators decide to try and show us every person that's having a trouble with putting their poncho on, which seems to be a lot of people in Melbourne. As the rain starts to come down at Amy Park. So now, Isaac Tungo taking a run. He'll play it now 25 metres out from his line in the end. Liam Martin will go forward. 22.5 minutes on the clock till half time. Just the one try so far. Brian Toto, the try scorer. Lindsay Smith takes it up to halfway here on tackle 4. Lussick goes short to Cogger. Cogger's got Papali with him. He does the show and go, slips out of the tackle, rolls forward, and then is dived on by Wishart and Grant. He'll play it 29 out from the line on tackle 5. Rolled into the in-goal here, and Moses Leo scoots back to get it. Skipping around, skips out into the field of play. Does very well there. Disjointed line from Penrith allowed that. Munster in at dummy half, gives it on. Fayalonga now, skipping his way across and is brought down by Isaac Tungo. 9 from the line on tackle 2. Cam Munster wants a penalty for a slow ruck, not being given. As Howarth staunches his way forward before he runs into the right shoulder of Moses Liotta. Now they come across Wishart, gives it on. The ankle tap bringing down a runner there in Tuamalatu Brown, who'd come in for a dart. They keep working their way forward here. Liero will play at centre field. They'll kick with Wishart. They're only 33 out from their line. He finds the ground, but it sits up for Brian Toto, who looks to be a little tight in his running style there. Edwards gets it with the pass. Then on for Jenkins, who shrugs free of one tackle, and Oren Keeley drags him down by the tail of his jersey. Gets a quick play the ball, though, as he bounces back up. Now Edwards trying to slip past Cooper Clark. And he'll play it now on tackle 2. 19 minutes gone, and he's 36 out from the line. They get 6 more for a slow ruck, a ruck infringement. This will be tackle 1 now. Toto plays at 43 out from the line. Lindsay Smith there gives off the short ball for Henry, who's up to halfway, just to the left of centre field. They come back through the middle. Smith will this time take it up and then give it off at the line for Moses Liotta. And Leota will play it. Gets a nice quick ruck and Cleary straight on the back of that little show. Then a flick pass out to Tungo. Tungo engages Moses Leo. Brian Toto gets around the outside, realises he's run out of space, comes back infield where Moses Leo brings him down just short of the 10-metre line, 8 metres in from touch on tackle 4. They go across to Cleary to Cogger. Cogger to McLean. McLean skips to the outside, but he's dragged down a very good tackle by Meaney. He'll get the quick play, the ball 9 in from touch. Isaiah Papali'i wants to go the short side on tackle 5. Shovels it back to Jenkins, to Cogger. No look to Cleary. Henry, can he reach out and slide over? Yes, he does. Did he get it down? Yes, he did. Panthers lead 10 points to 0 with a kick to come. Liam Henry, the second try scorer. They didn't die wondering there, Penrith. They just kept that ball moving. Isaiah Papali'i probably made a poor choice going down the short side. But in the end, it all came good. They took him to the right. They brought him back to the left with a couple of big passes. Cleary from half to Cogger. McLean then dragged down a wonderful tackle there by Nick Meaney, but McLean did well. Got a quick play the ball. Papali'i went the short side. Tom Jenkins wasn't ready for it. He ends up shoveling it back as Jenkins comes across. Cogger throws it at the line. And Cleary just a short ball. And with it being wet and slippery, Henry slides his way through and plants the ball down. A double-digit lead for the Panthers. They're off to a flyer. Are the Panthers back? That's the question. Let us know in the comments, who is your premiership favourite? We might start that as a poll. Let's get your thoughts. Cleary lines up this conversion attempt. So Cleary now, 19 metres in from touch, about 16 back. Nice and easy on that left-hand edge for him. Adds the extras, and they lead 12 points to 0 after almost 22 minutes. That's good eyes up rugby league there. Kept the ball moving, and then Liam Henry just slipping and sliding along the ground. Kept the ball up until he got to the in-goal. Make sure to vote in the poll. Let us know who your premiership favourite is. We'll run that. We'll probably only run that for about 10 minutes, and we might get your thoughts on how this one shapes up. We'll see how we go. Maybe we run it to half-time. Make sure to jump into the comments as well. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Make sure to hit like on the video. All the usual stuff. Hit subscribe on the channel if you're enjoying the stream as well. Help us to keep pushing up towards 2,000 subscribers. Good news for Melbourne Storm fans. Sean Bloor has passed his HIA as Moses Leota brings this kickoff back. He'll play 18 out from the line. Now Henry, the try scorer, pumping the legs, pushing his way forward almost to the 30, where he's brought down by Clark and Wishart. Papali'i driven backwards by Wishart. Liero's out there as well. Keeley now and King making the next tackle on Dylan Edwards on tackle 4, 38 from the line, just to the left of centre field. Now Scott Sorensen on for Penrith. First of the changes for the Panthers. Kick long here. Fa'alongo takes it just outside his 20. He skips around, almost tries to slide his way back infield, but Martin drags him down. 32 out from the line, 15 in from touch on the left edge. Now Leo taking a run centre field. I wonder if I have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from, just like Peter and Quentin have done. Let us know where the next expansion team should be as well. That might be a poll for the second half. We got early doors on this one. Only 5 votes on the poll so far, so let us know who your premiership favourites are. Oh, interception taken here by Brian Toto. He's away. He's over the 40. He's over the 30. Fa'alongo's chasing. He closed early, but he can't keep with him. Toto's going to get a second. And he'll slide in and put it down just to the right of the uprights. And oh my, it's 16 points to 0, the Panthers. Well, it was 50 to 10 last time they played, and they're putting on a show this time as well. Brian Toto gets his 101st try. Pulls him equal with Greg Alexander on the Panthers' all-time try scorers list. Penrith Panthers off to a flying start here. 16 points to nil after just under 25 minutes. They are absolutely up and about, and it's great to have you all along for the journey. As I said, Brian Totten now equal second with Ryan Girdler and Greg Alexander in Panthers club history. Just has 12 more that he needs to pull equal with Reece Wesser, who sits atop that list. It's an illustrious list of Panthers, and he's got a year and a bit to do it. Cleary. Opposite side to where he was before. 18 back. He curls it. It hits the post and inside of the post and drops over. 18 points to nil. So the Panthers now, 15 minutes remaining in this first half. They are absolutely on top, 18 points to nil. Great to have you all tuning in. Warren Keeley goes on report for an earlier incident. I think it'll be that shot on Jack Cogger. Sorensen brings this one back. Then Lindsay Smith takes one forward. Bloor on the bike, ready to rock and roll and come back out. Speaking of coming out, Alec McDonald is on the field now for the Storm. Papali'i pushing forward up over the 30, still pumping the legs as Oren Keeley drags into ground. 35 out, no, 37 out from the line in the end. I'll get 6 more. Oren Keeley just tangling himself in there and taking his sweet time getting up. Lindsay Smith. Liam Henry going forward in the end. And another 6 more here, so up over halfway. Casey McLean will play it on tackle 1 here. And that's 3 in a row. And Oren Keeley goes to the sin bin. 3 tackles in a row. A couple of the Panthers want to give him a send-off as well. Oren Keeley can't believe it. But with 14 minutes and 4 seconds on the clock, he's going to the bin. By the time he gets across, it'll be just under 14 minutes. There might be a chance to get out of what is now torrential rain for Oren Keeley. And he was involved in 2 of the 3, so you can completely understand. Harry Grant wanted to have a discussion with referee Atkins, but Oren Keeley goes to the bin. And to be fair, it's something that fans have been calling for some time now, is these teams that are just what appears to be giving away deliberate back-to-back 6 agains or in quick succession. They need to be dealt with and escalated. So at the moment, Penrith have been given 4 set restarts and 4 penalties in this game. Melbourne just 1 penalty. So they go the short side here, and Jack Cogger's spilt it. I don't think he was expecting Freddie Lussick to come down the short side. And Melbourne, very happy with that, as you can imagine. 30 seconds into being a man down in torrential rain. They get the ball back here. They'll be happy to take their time packing this scrum. Jack Cogger clearly not expecting that from Lussick, just decides to take on the short side on tackle 1. And it comes unstuck. So 13 minutes and 10 seconds till half time. Great to have you tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know how you think this one plays out. Do the Storm come back? Or is it going to be the Panthers from woe to go? Maybe it should be from go to woe. Alec McDonald pushing his way forward. Plays it now, 37 out from the line. Centre field on tackle 2. Good strong run then from Jack Howarth up to halfway, slipping through. They get 6 more for a ruck infringement. That's their first 6 again. Nathan Cleary locking in on the ball here, pulls it out. Referee says tackle is already complete, so there's another penalty. All of a sudden, things are devolving into a penalty and 6 again spree. So Storm, what will they do here? They're going to kick for touch. They will. They'll take their time doing it. Tyron Wishart will be the man. Kicks from the attacking 40. Will find touch about 23, 24 metres out from the line. So that's where they'll start this set. And it'll be Howell to tap it. Gives it infield to Munster, to McDonald. Alec McDonald now. Plays it 22 out from the line. Goes across to Wishart. Dropping it underneath now. Cooper Clark. He'll play it just to the right of centre field after he's dragged down 18 out from the line. Isaiah Papali'i, the last man to peel out of the tackle on tackle 2. They pop it out the back. Wishart. Munster shows the Fa'alongo. Tries to slip past one. Thought about getting the offload away. Isn't able to. And it's Nathan Cleary that drags him down in the end on tackle 3. 17 from the line. 15 in from touch on the left. They go across to Wishart. First receiver dropping a runner underneath in Trent Liero. He'll play at 13 from the line centre field. Harry Grant gets out of dummy half and is brought down. There's appeals for 6 more. Referee waves it away. That's tackle 5. Munster. Oh, he's had a shocker there. That's played at by Liam Martin, surely. I'll be challenging this if I was Melbourne. They kick in the end. Batted back. Tom Jenkins picks it up. Is it going to be play on? It's he versus Fa'alongo in a foot race. Fa'alongo runs him down. Milky Jenkins couldn't get going on the slippery turf. Fa'alongo wants to know, what about the knock-on back there? And the referee says, no, that's a 0 tackle to Penrith. Dylan Edwards slips through a couple and is brought down 8 metres into the attacking half. 17 in from touch. And he'll play it now on tackle 1. They'll come across here to a runner. Tungo coming in from the right centre to play on the left edge for the time being. Scott Sorensen will take the next one forward. Tackle 3 is brought down 32 out from the line centre field. He plays it. Gives it to the left now. Does Lussick to Smith to Cogger. On to McLean. Spins back. Gives it to Cogger in centre field. Cogger hits the accelerator and goes forward where he meets Sean Bloor, who's back on alongside Harry Grant on tackle 4. Now they come out of dummy half and the quick hands across. Cleary. Edwards. Edwards a little dummy. Beats one in Liero, but he's chopped down from behind by Munster on the 10-metre line. 20 in from touch on the right edge. They come the short side. Cleary cut out for To'o. Time for a hat trick. To'o. He gets his 3rd of the first half, and he's now outright second on the Panthers' all-time try scorers list with 10 minutes remaining in this first half. Brian To'o has 3. The Panthers lead 22 points to 0 with a kick to come. So, inside 10 to go. The Panthers absolutely on top. This has got to put them in that premiership conversation. Now, votes early, though. The Warriors are flying. No one suggesting the Roosters are premiership favourites. It's interesting. Very interesting. No Roosters premiership favouritism from anyone. Certainly good to have you all on along for the ride. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. This one will be the toughest conversion attempt of the evening for Nathan Cleary from way out wide on that right-hand flank. 102 tries for the Panthers so far for Brian To'o. You would think by the time he finishes up at the end of season 2027, he will be the all-time leading try scorer for the Panthers. Just reviewing this. Did his hand go into touch? Oh, it was tight. It was tight. Try is confirmed, though. And Nathan Cleary, 3 goals from 3 attempts. He's got 3 try assists. He's having a day out already. And it's not even half time. 8 minutes and 40 seconds to half time. The rain continues to come down. He's 21 back. He's a metre in from touch. He curls it around. Again, he finds the left upright, but this time it does not drop over. So it stays at 22 points to 0. 8.5 minutes remaining until half time. It is all Panthers in this first half. And as usual, just proves that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to these pieces. I tipped the Storm to win this one, so there you go. Not a great start to the round, is it? The rain is certainly matching the home coach's mood. Dylan Edwards takes it just inside his dead ball line, perfectly weighted by Melbourne. Sorensen will take it back and pump the legs, trying to work his way forward. It's sent back to the 10-metre line to play it. Now they come out the back immediately. Cleary gives it on to McLean. Cogger at dummy half. Isaiah Papali'i ducks back in behind the ruck, and he'll play this 32 out from the line, 12 in from touch on that left edge. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into the comments. Make sure to vote on the poll as well. Let us know who you think are the premiership favourites. Warriors, Roosters, Panthers, or maybe someone else. Cleary will kick from inside the 40 here on tackle 4. That is a booming kick looking for the 40-20. He's got the angle. Just doesn't have enough roll on it. And tracking back is Tuamulatu Brown, who'll pick it up about 5 out from his own goal line and race forward with it. He'll play it on the 10. They go wide here. Fa'alongo tries to scoot even wider, but he's dragged down by Nathan Cleary, who read it like a book, and will pin him 4 out from the line. And 20 in from touch on the left side. They go the short side. Howarth is being sent into the line. He's met by the Panthers' wall of pink jerseys. Harry Grant. Oh, my. I can't cop that. Harry Grant pushed a Penrith player back into the ruck there, and that's what slowed it down. Liam Martin was trying to clear the ruck, and Harry Grant gave him a shove, which gets him back into the ruck, and they get a penalty for it, Melbourne. That's a little frustrating for mine, and I can understand why Liam Martin was frustrated. So they'll start this set on the 30, Melbourne. Howard takes the tap, gives it now on for Blore, who'll play it 15 in from touch, 37 out from his own line on the left edge. Munster takes a run. He runs into Billy Phillips, who's out there and on now for the Panthers alongside Lindsay Smith as the tacklers. Storm get up over halfway here on tackle 3. Now they go the right-hand side. Fa'alongo tries to slice through a hole. He's dragged down from behind by Cogger and McLean. He's 27 out from the line. He's 8 in from touch on that right edge. They come to Wishart, who has to take a moment to readjust. Grant, Munster. They go to Howarth now, drifting back against the grain, going from left to right. He's pumping his way forward, and he'll be brought down centre field, 22 metres out from the line. Grant straight into dummy half. It's tackle 5. Wishart sends it out. Meany, little step. Gets the ball out. Oh, throws the pass behind to Tuamulatu Brown, and it goes into touch. The best opportunity for the Storm so far, and it goes begging for the time being. Score remains 22 points to 0 with just over 5.5 minutes remaining until half time. Harry is a master at drawing penalties. He learnt from Cameron Smith, I think you'll find. Penrith make a mistake here. They cough it up. I think both sides have knocked that on, and that's exactly what Grant Atkins will say. A double knock on. Panthers for the minor premiership, some kind of caper. Where do the Roosters lose? I'm certainly not arguing the case. I just would love to know where you think the Roosters drop a game in this one. I mean, they don't have... It's not exactly straightforward, but I mean, I think they've got the Tigers this week, then the Dolphins and the Rabbitohs. So is it the Dolphins or the Rabbitohs that knock off the Roosters on the way? Munster comes out of lock, and Cleary shut down the angle to come back the other side to the left, and he finds Fa'alongo out the back, who's dragged down here by Phillips, Smith, and Papali'i, and we have a penalty. Yeah, so Nathan Cleary gets up, gets offside, and that's what the penalty's for. They play the advantage. Once Fa'alongo's tackled, there's no advantage. So he must stay behind his last row of forwards, that is in line with his lock, until the ball is out of the scrum. He can't move forward. The Roosters will choke. It'll be interesting because it'll be a huge win for either the Dolphins or the Bunnies or both if they get it done. Or indeed the Tigers for that matter. Fa'alongo's slow to his feet here. Getting some treatment. Look, I wouldn't be averse to seeing the Roosters choke. I don't dislike them to the level that some do, but I mean, I've seen enough of the Panthers winning things. I'd love to see the Warriors win the minor premiership, to be honest. I'd love to see the Warriors finish in the top 2 at least. But that would probably take the Roosters losing both of those games. the Rabbitohs and the Dolphins. Well, the Warriors would need to win their remaining games, which is probably feasible. I mean, they got the Bunnies on Saturday night. That's going to probably be the biggest test, especially if Latrell Mitchell plays. Then into the Knights, but that's over in New Zealand. They finish with 2 home games. The Storm go on the attack here. They reset the scrum from that scrum penalty. And Meaney will go forward and be brought down 7 metres out from the line, 17 in from touch on the right edge. They swing at centre field. They get 6 more. Munster gives it on. Angus Hinch is out there now. He'll take the short run and be brought down 6 out from the line, right in line with the right upright. Grant, Munster, short ball for Blaw, drifting on the outer line. He's brought down by Cleary and Tungo. Plays it 5 out from the line, 15 in from touch on that left edge. Munster across. Gives the ball on here for McDonald. He's brought down in line with the black dot. 2 out from the line on tackle 3. Grant swings it. Wishart back to Fa'alongo, who's sweeping. Fa'alongo kicks through. Then he's clipped. The referee says play on. Brian Toto is grabbed by Sean Blaw. Tries to get free. Won't do so, and they'll wrap him up in the in-goal. It'll be a goal line dropout here. Melbourne back to their full complement, but the referee's going to send this upstairs, saying no try, just wants to check the contact on Sua Fa'alongo. The Fa'alongo kicks it. That'll be a professional foul, I think. Liam Martin might find his way to the sin bin here. So Liam Martin's going to go to the sin bin here. Oren Keeley's just back. His opposite number, and Liam Martin will go now. And is this the leg up that Melbourne need? Liam Martin trying to argue the case. I don't think he's got much of a case to argue. So he'll find himself returning with about 6 and a bit to go on in the second half. So penalty again to Melbourne here. They take the tap. They send Cooper Clark forward. He'll play it 4 out from the line, 2 metres to the left of the uprights. Grant at dummy half gives it to Hinchy. A little bit of footwork at the line. Edwards drags him down with the help of Sorensen. He's 2 from the line just to the right of the uprights. Now Grant out the back to Munster, shooting from Cleary. He gets up and wraps him up. He gets the ball out the back though, Munster, and Fa'alongo picks it up, shovels it on here. Howarth, a little bit of a stutter step. Lussick gets across with Tungo, and they drag him down. Also in there is Phillips, and he'll play it 10 in from touch, 15 out from the line on this left side. Harry Grant rolling it in behind in a foot race here. Beats Brian Toto. Harry Grant gets Melbourne's first. Great eyes up rugby league, and that is the value that Harry Grant offers. And it's 22 points to 4 with a kick to come for the Storm here. Got some love for the Roosters finally. I'd love to know who the others are that people have got for the premiership. Let us know in the comments which team you think wins the premiership that isn't in our current top 3. Will be the Dolphins. No one's ever won it from outside the top 4 in the current format. So that would be something. 2.5 minutes remaining here. 22 points to 4 with a kick to come. Penrith down to 12 with Liam Martin in the sin bin. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Big thanks to all of you who got involved in the conversation so far. Keep that coming. Clock ticks down inside 2 minutes to go here. And Harry Grant, just great eyes up rugby league. 15 out, 10 in from touch. Just takes it on the short side. Catches Brian Toto a little slow to react and just gets in behind him shoulder to shoulder. Grant muscles in. Takes the football. Wonderful work. Gets the pace off the mark of Toto. Grant gets there. Oh. Are they checking this? Is the ball separate from his arm? Are the Storm going to be robbed of this try? Yes, they are. Grant Atkins is sending it upstairs. It looks like it's come loose from his arm. But will they say Brian Toto knocks it on? So no, it won't be. It'll be knocked on. Harry Grant gripped it with his right arm. And then because Brian Toto had got his right hand in there, when Grant loses the ball in the air and it touches Toto's hand, it's a knock on in the in goal. 20-metre restart, no try. 22 points to nil, 1:22 currently on the clock. I think that'll be reset to, there it is, 2:56. So just under 3 minutes remaining until half time now. The barest of margins. So it'll be no 7 tackle set here because it was a knock on in the in goal, not a kick. It was gone into touch. So that'll be tackle 1. Now Casey McLean, he's met strongly. McDonald down low. Wishart and Keeley, the man who's already spent 10 minutes in the sin bin, over the top. Remembering that Penrith are down to 10 men for the remainder of the first half and 6 and a bit minutes of the second. Now, Lindsay Smith, a little bit of footwork at the line. McDonald drags him down, takes his pants with him. Budgie Smuggler's on full display. He's 43 out from his own line. Edwards goes forward, runs into the shoulder of Hinchy. Grant helps out, and they bring him down on tackle 5. 3 metres into the attacking half, just to the left of centre field. Nathan Cleary will kick from just over halfway, sends it high to the sky. Silfalongo takes it. As soon as he lands, he's met by Phillips, Toto, and Tungo. Cameron Munster asking for 6 more there, and the referee having none of it. As Moses Leo goes forward, dragging a few Panthers with him, and he's eventually brought down 29 out from the line centre field. Granite dummy half gives it on. Little dummy there from Wishart, bumps out of 1 tackle, bumps out of a second. Smith comes again, drags him down with the help of Cogger. 39 out from the line. Now Munster gives it on. Failongo drifting across. Steps back infield. Tungo wraps him up and drags him down. Howarth mistimed his run, which closed the space. That's tackle 4, and they're 3 short of halfway. About 15 in from touch on the left edge. Munster drifts across the ball in one hand, gives it on to Wishart. Meaney. He gives it to the outside to Malatu Brown. Wishart's back there again. McDonald, a little bobble. Nervous times. Cleary grabs hold of him. Phillips brings him down with the help of Nathan Cleary, and that will be tackle 5. 3 short of halfway centre field. And the last play wasn't very far at all. Ball knocked down by Munster. Kicked forward by Munster and charged down. And it ends up in the hands. Oh, we're going to have a penalty. An illegal strip here. And so Melbourne will have 40 seconds on the clock with a chance to go on the attack. They're going to start this set 10 out from the line, 10 in from touch on the left side. Grant takes the tap, gives it across to Munster. Centre field, they go with Hinchy. Hinchy tries to spin out of the tackle, but Lussick and Smith bring him down. He's 6 out from the line. He's just to the left of the uprights. Penrith not in any rush to get off the ruck. Awkward pass, given in behind. Moses Leo racing for it, knocks it forward, and it goes dead in goal. They chanced their hand, and it didn't come off. And with 13 seconds on the clock, Grant Atkins is going to send it upstairs just to make sure. Flicks. Moses Leo does well. Full horizontal dive here in the corner. Slaps the ball backwards into the in goal. Then gets an awkward bounce. If that stays in the in goal, it's a great result, but it takes an awkward bounce and goes dead. So 14 seconds remaining. Melbourne still not able to score in this half. As Nathan Cleary looks for touch. Off the 20-metre restart. Not to be. Failonga will pick it up. Chips through behind. Dylan Edwards takes it on the full. Failonga will wrap him up, looking for the one-on-one, and that will be half-time. It was lively at the end there. That is for certain. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel. At half-time, it is 22 points to nil. It's been a Brian To'o hat-trick, a Liam Henry try, 3 from 4 for Nathan Cleary. We did have a disallowed try for Harry Grant. Melbourne spent 10 minutes of that half down a play with Oren Keeley in the sin bin. Liam Martin is now in the sin bin himself, and he has about 6 minutes or so of this second half. 3 minutes or so of this second half to serve. So that's where we sit. I'll confirm that timing actually for you. That's where we sit, though, heading into half-time. So the sin binning occurred. 36-10. That's 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So, yeah, so he's got about 6 minutes in this second half. Great to have you all tuning in. We'll end that poll after half-time, but I'm going to take a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so with the second half. Make sure, as I said, if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Help us to keep growing this platform because that's how we continue to do more content. Wonderful to have you all along. We'll see you again in the second half in about 10 minutes or so. Thanks. If you haven't already, hit like on the video. Hello and welcome back as we get set for the second half. The Panthers make their way out. Now here come the Storm getting set for this second half. It's been all Penrith in the first half. Hey Angie, good to see you there. Oh Hope. Is it Oh Hope or Oh Hope? Pronunciations. North Island. I'm just seeing where you are roughly, giving me a bit of a lay of the land. Yeah, right up in the bay at the top up there. Up in the Bay of Plenty. Very nice. It'll be a lovely part of the world. Angie, great to have you with us. Great to have you all along for the ride as we get set for this second half, about to get underway. Penrith to kick off. Melbourne needing a minor miracle here as Penrith look to go back atop the table, certainly for the time being at least until later in the round. Very late in the round when the Roosters play again. Melbourne take it forward now. Keeley punching the legs on tackle 2. There, Martin still another 5 minutes and 40 seconds in the sin bin as Alec McDonald takes it over the 30 on tackle 3. Of course, we'll be back for the doubleheader tomorrow night. We've got the Raiders versus the Bulldogs. And the Dolphins versus the Eels. Melbourne kick from inside their 40, looking for a 40-20 here, and they've nailed it. That is a brilliant kick there. Laces out, down there, finds touch, 18 out. Tyron Wishart, the man. Absolutely nails it. So our poll, which we'll close off now. Let's have a look at where that finished up. The Panthers are your premiership favourites. 56% of people going for the Panthers to win it. 27% the Warriors. 12% other, just 5% for the Roosters. As Melbourne go on the attack here, a metre out from the line on tackle 1. Now Munster dropping McDonald back underneath. McDonald brought down 3 from the line. 7 to the left of the uprights. Little stumble there. Grant decides to try and burrow his way over. They'll hold him up just short. And that'll be tackle 3. He's slow to his feet. Plays it back to Munster. Swings it out the back to Wishart. Wishart on for Meaney. Meaney back inside for Failonga. There's a touch there. 6 more. No, wasn't a touch. It was inside the 10. Now they swing wider again. Wishart back centre field for Clark. Driving forward. Lindsay Smith trying to stop him with Phillips. Lussick and Edwards there as well as added reinforcements. That'll be tackle 2. Wishart now across goes to Munster. Short ball to McDonald. 1.5 metres short of the line. About 8 to the left of the post. Edwards gets his leg in there. That's 6 more. So that'll be a 0 tackle. Munster a show and go. Drifting across. Gives it to Wishart. Back against the grain. Going back from right to left. He tries to poke his head in between Cleary and Lussick. Does get past Cleary, but Lussick holds on with Smith on tackle 1. He'll be 8 out from the line. And Lindsay Smith's going to go to the bin. Penrith are going to be down to 11 for a minute or so, or minute or 2 here. Wow. Well, what's good for one is good for the other. That's exactly why Oren Keeley went to the bin earlier. And now Lindsay Smith goes to the bin. And Penrith, for the next 3 minutes or so, will have 11 players. This will test their mettle. My, oh my. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Nathan Cleary asked the question of Grant Atkins. Just repeated infringements. Fans have been asking for this for a while. If you're going to keep giving away 6 agains, there's got to be more consequence. Hinchy. He'll play it 5 out from the line. Just the left of centre field. They go to the left. Munster gives it on. A little bit of footwork at the line there from Howarth. He'll play it 3 from the line. That's tackle 2. Alec McDonald tries to just charge his way here through with brute force. He's brought down 4 from the line, 2 to the left of the post. They shoot up Wishart. Dummy. Skips back inside. Papa Lee just has an air swing at him, and away goes Tyron Wishart. And the Storm immediately capitalise on their 2-man advantage. And they're back into this with a faint hope. 22 points to 4 with a kick to come. The big question for Penrith is, how is this going to take a toll on their energy? Melbourne will want to try and move this along and attack again and get at least another full set in before Penrith get back to 12. Should be a relatively easy conversion. You'd think if you're the Storm, you'd be ready to go, not mucking about. Let's go. Let's minimise how much time's off the clock. We're already 4.5 minutes into this second half. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from, just like Angie's done, just like a few of you have done already. Try confirm. Nick Meaney slots the goal from in front. And the shift of Tyron Wishart into the starting lineup has paid off dividends at the moment. 22 points to 6. Still plenty of work to do, though, for the Storm, but it's not over just yet. Seen plenty of comebacks in the NRL in recent weeks. Could this just possibly be another? New Zealand. Plenty of Kiwis on tonight. It's always good. A little bit of diversity. So the Storm, 2-man advantage for the moment. Edwards gets us back underway, sends it deep down to the Storm. Just under a minute remaining with 11. They'll welcome Liam Martin back in a moment. And after Penrith led 4 penalties and 4 set restarts to 1 and none, it's now 7-5. So 11 infringements in a row. As Cam Munster knocks it on. Was it? No, it wasn't Munster. It was Oren Keeley trying to rush to play the ball. A little bit of 5 o'clock shadow, side on. A quick glance, not to be. He wanted to appeal that he was infringed upon, but the referee not having any part of that. So Liam Martin, less than a minute remaining till he's back from the sin bin now. Penrith know they just need to complete this set. They'll take their time with the scrum, let a bit of time tick down. They've only got 4 in the scrum. You don't see that very often. Freddie Lussick's the second rower on the feeding side. Cleary has to pick up and retrieve his own ball. Gives it off to Jenkins. Jenkins will play it now. 20 in from touch, 18 out from the line. So it's 7 minutes remaining with Lindsay Smith in the bin. Isaiah Papali'i rolled onto his back by Alec McDonald. 13 out from the line, just to the left of the uprights on tackle 2. Cleary gives it on to Tungo. If they could score with 11 on 13, that would be something. He'll play it now, tackle 3, 15 out from the line. Centre field, Cogger dropping Cleary back underneath. Cleary dancing across field, tries to bounce his way through, gets the offload to Lussick. Lussick gives the short ball here. Phillips is dragged down on the 10-metre line on tackle 4, just to the right of the uprights. The rain continues to come down in heavy fashion down in Melbourne. Cleary rolling it in behind. They're racing back, and Wishart gets there and bats it dead. Beats the chasers. It'll be a goal line dropout for the Storm, and the Panthers welcome Liam Martin back, and they're back to 12. 6.5 minutes remaining that they'll be without Lindsay Smith as well, though. So Suafea-Longo will be the man to take the dropout. Goes high, looking for the short one. Flying through and taking it. What about that leap? Nick Meaney just soars above the pack, and the Storm play at 23 out from their line on tackle 1. Now Keeley spins through the tackle, finds his front. It's a good quick ruck here on the 30. Tackle 2. Cooper Clark will bury his way in behind the ruck. Coming across to close it down is Sorensen. Play at 41 out from the line. Munster drifting across. Shows to McDonald. Gives to the outside to Failonga. He shows to Howarth and then slips on through outside the centre. Skips back inside. Edwards gets a hand to him. Howarth's there in support. Tries to draw him past Toto, but Toto hedges his bets and then comes again. That's tackle 4. They're 13 out from the line. 10 in from touch on the left side. Grant, the shot on him from Cogger. He wants to say that it was knocked down by Penrith. But Penrith have got the ball here on tackle 1. The pass went backwards, so Melbourne could have played on. Now the Storm defending like their lives depend on it against 12 men. Jenkins working his way out. Toto will take a run up over the 30 on tackle 4. He'll play at 34 out from the line. Just to the left of centre field. They come the short side. They get 6 more for a ruck infringement. It's their first one back their way in a little while, the Panthers. Despite all of the things flowing their way for the last 20 plus minutes, the Storm have really not got a lot to show for it as we see a change coming on in Luke Garner. All bobbling around. Toto picks it up. He's dragged down by Leo. Not quite to ground. Now Martin takes it forward. He'll play it on tackle 5. 33 out from the line. 20 in from touch on the right side. Cleary goes forward. Kicks it from the 30. Hey, Louis. Nick, I'll go with. Easily taken there at the back. Cleaned up by Oren Keeley now. Nick Meaney works his way forward up and over the 10-metre line. To Malatu Brown. He'll play it on tackle 3. The Penrith defence doing a great job with 12 here. Cooper Clark, he'll be met just over the 20-metre line. He'll pick up a few more metres, but they'll wrap him up. Sorensen, Lussick, and Phillips is in there as well. That's tackle 4. And Tyron Wishart, a great run in behind the ruck, using his acceleration, eventually gets him over the 40. He picks up about 16 metres there to play at 43 out. And Harry Grant will get out of dummy half and roll it into touch and just get them a moment to recompose and try and pin Penrith down in their end as they hit the 10-minute mark of this second half. Melbourne, all the work to do. So Toto now will try and help Penrith work it out of their end. Now a little run out there from Tungo. They go now to Liam Martin back from that sin bin. Up over the 30. Now they push it wide. Penrith here out to their left edge. Plays Talangi, plays it. Go long now with the kick, and Melbourne swing it back across from Tuamulatu Brown to Fa'alongo, who loses his footing and slides across field. He's brought down by Isaac Tungo as Stefano Utukamano gets ready to go back into the fray. Working their way forward here, Melbourne. Hinchy gets free. Almost didn't recognise him without his headgear. That's tackle 5. Melbourne are rolling forward here. Kick in behind. How's the weight on it? Trent Liero throws himself acrobatically into a contest here, and I think they're going to call timeout, and they're actually going to go for the penalty. I thought they might have reviewed it. Thought there have been a couple of cases of penalties there, but Melbourne continuing to push. Still Fa'alongo very slow to his feet. As I said, we'll pop that poll up for where should be the 20th NRL team be. Let us know what your thoughts are. Munster almost slides his way through on tackle 1 off the back of the penalty here. They play it 3 out from the line now. Utakamano hitting, spinning, driving his way into the in goal. He's lost his pants, but he's held up. Dylan Edwards trying to get into a battle that's well beyond his weight class here. They go the short ball to McDonald. Pokes his head through, almost gets clear of Garner. Sorensen helps drag him back and down. He'll play it 1.5 metres out from the line, 4 to the right of the uprights. They swing it back to the left. Trent Liero, a little bit of footwork at the line. Lussick and Martin bring him down. That'll be tackle 4. Now Grant gives it short. I read that like a book, the Penrith defence. That'll be tackle 5, where they'll play it 1 metre out from the line. Grant rolls it in, looking for Stefano Utakamano, and then racing back, Casey McLean punches it out of his grasp. Well, Stefano was just going to fall on that and score a second try for the Storm. Instead, the Panthers will have a goal line dropout. Stefano almost had too long to think about that. Great closing pace by Casey McLean. Just that last little bounce turned away from Utakamano. Cleary with the dropout. He won't go the short one, interestingly. He sends a mid-range one bouncing, holding up, and they eventually take it on their halfway on the third bounce. Give it to McDonald, who crabs across field, and then is eventually chopped down by Billy Scott, who's the 4th change on for the Panthers. Still 26 minutes to go here. Still time for the Storm, but they'll need to get a move on. Let us know in the poll, where do you think the next NRL expansion franchise should be? Now Munster goes across Fa'alongo, drifting, gives the ball on the outside for Howarth, who's brought down 7 from the line, 5 in from touch. Grant comes back across to Munster, a little bit disrupted, but they get there. Liero, Wishart. Then Isaac Tungo, no, not Tungo, McLean shoots up and wraps him down. Smith helps out, that's tackle 5. Grant will go the short side. Fa'alongo, that's been played at by Liam Martin. Howarth dives on it, and he'll go to ground. That'll be tackle 1. It's come off the leg. So 1 there, 18 out from the line, 17 in from touch on the left edge. Liero goes forward. He'll play this 10 out from the line, 3 to the left of the uprights. Grant at dummy half. That's tackle 2. He ends up playing at 9 out from the line. Munster out the back for Wishart. Short ball for Keeley. The numbers on the outside. Fa'alongo screaming for it now. McLean is the tackler. Grant goes back to the open side. Drifts across. Liero for Grant. Grant shaping, thinking about his options. Fa'alongo skips to the outside. Can he get the pass away? Goes back inside. Batted back by Meaney. Grant for Meaney again. They're trying to find a way through. Meaney beats 1, beats 2. They converge and drag him down. 10 out from the line. 5 in from touch. That's tackle 4 on the right edge. They swing it across now. Wishart at first receiver. Out the back for Munster. Munster on now. Howarth. Little hold-up step on Isaac Tungo. Can he get to the line? Yes, he can. Bumps off Dylan Edwards, and they've got a second. 22 points to 10 with a kick to come for the Storm. It was a little bit disrupted. It was a little bit disjointed. It wasn't exactly pretty. But Jack Howarth gets their second try. Cameron Munster's up and about. And here they come. My, oh my. Make sure to hit like on the video. Jump into the comments as well. Hit subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to keep growing the platform. Big thank you to the 10 or so of you that have already hit subscribe. Help us keep growing towards that platform 2,000. Really want to get there during the NRL season. Storm right back in this. 23 minutes to go. Can they make the comeback? Meaney from 1.5 metres in from touch. 21 back. This is a huge kick. He curls it out towards the right post. It's not coming back. Unsuccessful second conversion. Score remains 22 points to 10. 13 on 13. The Storm find a way through. So now, work to do. 2 converted tries, the difference. Penrith get us back underway. Working their way up. Ball goes into touch here from Melbourne. That's not what they're looking for. Did Toto get a touch there, though? I think he might have in cover defence. A little bit of misconception, miscommunication. And Howarth, he gets a little touch there from Toto, so it will be Melbourne's play the ball on their 40. Here they go. Great to have you tuning in. The Storm on the comeback. They'll play it here just short of halfway on tackle 1. Now the ball goes to Munster. He'll take a little run and be brought down by Phillips and Martin on tackle 2. They come middle field with Liero. Shape with Utokamano with him, but didn't give it off, and we'll play it now. 35 out from the line, just to the right of centre field. Now Utokamano off the back of that good ruck gets forward. He'll play it 24 from the line to the right of centre field. Grant out of dummy half, gives it on to Munster. Failongo sweeping around, gives it out to Howarth. Tungo loses his footing. Cleary has to cover across behind. And Tungo eventually comes back, and with the help of one more in Phillips, drags down the runner on the 10-metre line. Little chip in behind. Lindsay Smith takes it well. Wishart hits him and drops him to the ground. That's tackle 1, 6 out from the line. McLean getting out of first receiver and is driven backwards. Good numbers and bodies in the tackle there. We took Amano and Liero and is trying to pin Penrith down here. Dylan Edwards trying to scoot his way out of trouble. He'll play it on tackle 3, 8 metres out from the line. Now they work it through Jenkins, who again, they get the numbers in the tackle. They drag him back almost the 10-metre line. He plays it 11.5 out, 15 in from touch. That's tackle 4. And they'll be brought down then with Liam Henry on tackle 5 on the 20-metre line. 20 in from touch, 20 out from his own line. Cleary will kick from 16 out from his line. Trying to find the sideline. Doesn't quite get the angle I think he's initially looking for. And Failongo will pick this up and skip his way back almost to halfway, where he'll be brought down by Smith and Scott. 4 metres short of halfway here, just to the left of centre field. They'll come across to Wishart. Then Tuamalatu Brown will take it up and just over halfway. That's tackle 2. Now they roll their way forward here. King's back on the field. He gets through the middle. He'll play it 38 out from the line. Grant gets out of dummy half, gives it out the back now. Munster short ball for Blore. Trying to get the arm free. He's dragged down in the end by Cleary, Tungo and Martin. And he'll play it here, 26 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Now Munster. Wishart, oh my, Cogger shot up. Mistimed the tackle. I think it was as much a head clash as it was anything. And you can see straight away there's absolutely no malice or intent. Oh, no, shoulder and arm over the top as well. He could be in a bit of trouble here, Jack Cogger. He may well end up being the 3rd Panther to go to the sin bin. Yeah, Jack Cogger goes to the sin bin here. 19:24 on the clock. He knew straight away there was a head clash as well, but the first contact was arm swung up over the shoulder. Penrith. They're going to spend 30 minutes without players, and could they still come away with a victory? Melbourne just take the tap here. Wishart for King. King charges forward. He'll play it 11.5 metres out from the line, just to the left of centre field. Now they go to the left. Munster skips back off his left boot, then off his right. Gets the offload away to Grant. Grant to Liero. Liero's just going to take the settler, is he? No, he fends off Nathan Cleary, and then Cleary comes again. He's going to play it 10 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left edge. They'll go to Wishart at first receiver. He's got Utokamano, who drops underneath. He'll get inside the 10-metre line. He'll play it 8 out from the line, centre field. They go back to the left. Grant for Munster. Munster drifts on. Howarth, little shuffle step. They come with numbers, trying to drive him towards the touchline, but they're not going to do that against the big left centre. He'll play it 8 in from touch, 9 out from the line on the left edge. Munster gives it on to Grant. Grant to Wishart. Wishart out the back to Fa'alongo. Fa'alongo to Meaney. Meaney quick hands on to a Malatu Brown. Oh, did his foot touch down before he got the ball down? He's not sure. It was going to be tight. I think he may. It's going to be very close. Let's have a look. 22 points to 14 as it stands. They've given the try. I think his right foot here might undo him. Let's have a look. Jenkins. Oh, he does by the barest of margins. 22-14 with a kick to come. What about that from Tuamalatu Brown? I thought he'd undone himself, but it was close. And too good to finish out wide. Nick Meaney will have another tough conversion attempt. Margin sits at 8. So Meaney from the right sideline pushes it across the face. So 22 points to 14. And it's an 8-point ball game. That missed kick is a little crucial. But hard to believe. I hope the Panthers lose. It's the only way to drill the discipline into them. Yeah, well, you wonder what they take away from it, Paul, if they end up with 3 in the bin and still somehow get a win. And the Storm did have 1 in the bin as well. 4 in the sin bin in total. The game's not done yet. Been a while since we've seen this many go to the bin in one game. But to be fair, every one of them I can see the case for. As King goes forward here on tackle 2 for the Storm. And Martin going for the one-on-one strip. That's not going to work out, and he'll play it 29 out from the line on tackle 2. Oren Keeley, the pass goes behind him a little. He has to reach back for it and turn around. So he'll play it now 34 out from the line. They'll go across now, working the ball around. Now tackle 4. They're up to the 40 here. They'll kick from inside the 40. Looking for another 40-20 here, but Edwards is back there. Reads Munster's kick well and takes it on the second bounce on his 10-metre line. Moses Leota getting ready to come back. Edwards very slow to his feet there. Toto takes it forward into a wall of purple jumpers. He's put on his back just outside the 20 on tackle 2. Now, Jenkins takes a run through the middle. 3 Storm players into that ruck. That's tackle 3. Now Casey McLean. They're just taking it 1 off the ruck. Penrith keeping it simple, managing the clock here with just over 15 remaining. It's only a 2-try margin, though. Now, Henry up to the 40 on tackle 5. Cleary will kick from inside his 40. It's a wobbly inside-out torpedo. Bounces up friendly for Fa'alongo on tackle 1. Sewell will take it forward, tries to slice his way through the line, but he's brought down at the 30-metre line. Storm now send Moses Leo forward. It's kind of taking the air out of the game a little, this. Still 5.5 minutes remaining until Jack Cogger will be back with us. Be inside the final 10 by that point. Storm definitely going to win. See Roland thinks. There we go. Here we are up to halfway. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Jump into the comments as well. Let us know where you're watching from around the world. It's the city or country that you're based in. Always good to get an idea of our wonderful United Nations. We've got a few Kiwis, usually a few Aussies and some PNG. If you're from somewhere different, it's always cool to hear. Still, and Edwards takes this and Jinks away, gets the offload away. Lindsay Smith, that was forward. He's thrown that forward inside his own 10-metre line. That is absolutely average. That one, he did it, and two, they've been allowed to get away with it. Luke Garner. Hey, Carl, good to have you with us. Wigan, how those Warriors going to go through the finals over there? I see today St Helens have appointed Kevin Walters as their coach for next year. It's an interesting choice. A player down now. We've got high contact maybe. Moses Leotta very slow to his feet. Let's have a look here. So he got twisted and tangled awkwardly. Yep. King coming around. I don't know that he put his weight on the ankle, but they might say it's a hip drop. It's amazing what they see as a hip drop in this day and age. It's been reviewed, no hip drop. So 43% of people are saying other. Where do you think should be this next expansion team, Team 20, guys? If you're saying other, let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. I'd love to know where else you think should be an expansion side. I struggle to see an argument for too many other places at this point. As Dylan Edwards goes forward, he'll play it just over halfway here on tackle 5 now. Cleary will kick from just short of halfway, sends it long, deep. Failonga will take it about 2 metres out from his goal line. He surveys the line up in front of him. And goes forward into Smith and Leotta. Failonga slid through the legs of Leotta and decided to play it. The referee says, no, go back. That's tackle 1. The forward they come now, and they'll play just outside the 20 on tackle 2. 13 and a bit minutes to go. The Storm, all the work to do. Oitakamano takes it forward to the 30 on tackle 3. Again, please let us know, whoever's voted for other, where you think the other should be. As a run forward here from King. They try and drive him towards the sideline, Cleary and Martin, but he finds his way to ground. 45 out on tackle 4, 4 in from touch. Munster drifting across. Wishart out the back for Failongo. Failongo short ball. Meany almost slices through inside of Jenkins. Winds his way forward and wriggles along the ground as Grant kicks for touch here. Not to be found though. It bounces back into the arms of Edwards. 12 and a half remaining. Cooper Clark will make the tackle on Edwards here. 14 out from the line, 15 in from touch. 12 and a bit minutes to go. Toto slices through. He's looking for a 4th try. Dragged down from behind. King comes across in cover to help complete the tackle with Moses Leo. Now Tungo. They're up over halfway here, Penrith on tackle 4. The bomb goes to the air. Take it on the 4. Failongo in a great contest there, and then he's pinned by Garner. They play it back. And we've got a penalty here for high contact. Cogger still a minute 40 remaining till he comes back from the sin bin. Clark pushing his way forward. Now Utakamano up inside the 40. Grant, Liero, Wishart, wrapped up by McLean. A good tackle as he shoots up out of the line. He's done that well a couple of times today. Wishart. You got to have the wind knocked out of him, or maybe copped a knock where you don't want to get one. Failongo drifting across field, turns Brian Toto inside out. Howarth tries to power his way through the line as they all turn in on each other. That'll be tackle 4. Munster takes it to the line, gives it to King, who shovels it back to Munster. Munster bouncing across, gives it on to Liero now. Liero to Wishart. Wishart bouncing back through the middle. Hey, Brendan, good to have you with us. Nice little offload there for Clark, who flicks it out the back to Meany, who knocks it back, and Jenkins ends up with it. And that'll be tackle 1. A little bit of push and shove here. Dylan Edwards and Nick Meany. Dylan Edwards has taken it. A real disliking to something that's occurred there. Just inside 10 minutes remaining. Plenty of push and shove. Change from the old days. You would have had 25 punches thrown and 3 in the bin after this in any other situation. Let's have a look here. So Meany runs into Edwards. Yeah, Edwards just over the top of Meany. Meany didn't like it, got up and had something to say. Meany's got the open hand to the face, but they get on with things. More of a push than a slap. 8-point ball game, just under 10 minutes remaining. Toto will play it on tackle 2. Liam Martin hits, spins, slides his way forward. Great to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Help us to keep growing this platform. The more engagement we get, whether it's likes, comments, subscribes, even those emoji reactions, all of that. Oh, Moses Leota, he spills it on the 40. Harry Grant takes it over to Wishart. Wishart skips off the right, straightens up, and is brought down 42 out from the line. That'll be tackle 0. Now Grant gives it to Clark. Clark will play at 33 out from the line, 18 in from touch. Wishart drifting across field to Munster. Munster drops Failongo back underneath. He slips 1 tackle. Slips the 2nd as well, and then they envelope him. Billy Scott's there with Moses Leota. Stefano Utokumano gets the offload away out the back to Harry Grant. Gives it on to Munster. Then Sean Bloor coming off the back fence. Wrapped up by Cleary, Tungo and Martin. He'll play 20 in from touch. 16 out from the try line on the left edge for tackle 3. Liero. Wishart, Grubbers in behind. It just took a little deflection and then picked up cleanly by McLean. Again, they chance their hand, Melbourne. They've done it a few times. It just hasn't quite come off for them. My, oh my. How long is it before it's too late and it's gotten away from them? Toto charging forward up over the 20 on tackle 3. Got a first half hat trick, Brian Toto. Melbourne have been tackled inside the opposition half 47 times to Penrith 8 in this half. And are absolutely dominating all the stats, but just not getting on top on this scoreboard. They have scored twice, but it's not going to be enough at this point. Penrith, the tank's running low. They've spent 30 minutes down a man. They are back to the full complement now with Cogger back on the field. But can Melbourne capitalise with a couple of late tries and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? As it sits at the moment, Penrith are first on the live ladder. As Howarth goes forward now. He'll play it on the 40 on tackle 2. They drop it back underneath. Tuamalatu Brown, strong run. Cogger trying to wrestle him backwards. He'll play it 4 short of halfway on tackle 3. It's driving their way forward with Liero. Brought down by Papali'i, 43 out from the line. Wobbly pass from Grant to Munster. Failongo. Short ball to Bloor and he puts it down. Is that their chance gone begging? Under 7 minutes remaining as Edwards slips through the first tackle and Munster's left sprawl on the ground. Edwards will be wrapped up here on 0 tackle. 32 out from his line. Penrith, they look a little flat. They're all on their haunches. They got enough to see off this last Melbourne raid. 6 minutes and 42 seconds remain. Hasn't been pretty this second half by Penrith. 9 of 10 completions, though. Melbourne, 20 of 24 sets. As they push across here, Smith to Cleary. Certainly shown still there's chinks in the armour for Penrith, even if they escape with a win here. Billy Scott in at dummy half. Liam Martin gets free of the first tackler. Gets it away to Nathan Cleary. It wasn't a great pass, but it works out. Smith, Cogger, McLean. Tries to get free of Meaney. Meaney wraps him up. And help with Cooper Clark. And he'll play it here. 32 out from the line. 8 in from touch on the left edge. That's tackle 4. Now Papali'i. They lock him in. They can't get him to ground. He'll play at 24 from the line. 17 in from touch. That's tackle 5. They go to the air with Nathan Cleary. Jenkins is allowed to take it. A try here for Penrith. You'd think it'd seal it. But they're wrapped up there on tackle 6. And Cogger will have to hand it over to Clark. He'll play it 5 out from his own line. 5 in from touch. And Melbourne will have to work it all the way down 95 metres to try and score with 5.5 minutes remaining. Here goes Meaney. He'll play it on tackle 2, 16 out from his line. 3 to the right of the uprights. They swing it across Munster, McDonald. Cleary drags him down on the 20. Martin helps him out. That's tackle 3, 15 in from touch. They go the short side. Munster hands on. Howarth almost gets free, just chopped down from behind by Isaac Tungo. Here they come again. Grant for Munster on the front foot. Gives it on to King. Back to Wishart. Wishart assessing his options. Munster, Fa'alongo. Cooper Clark gets to the outside. Can't get away from Casey McLean though, but he will play it 2 metres into attacking territory on tackle 5. Wishart sliding around to the short side. Puts up a bomb that doesn't really have a lot about it. Edwards takes and then is driven backwards by Angus Hinchy. Just lined him up and took him back. Jenkins will scoot out a dummy half. Hinchy moves from marker and takes him around the legs. That's tackle 2, 16 out from the line. Brian Toto bumps off a shooting Cam Munster. Makes a few more metres in play. He'll play it now 22 out from the line, just the right of centre field. Edwards sweeps around. Cuts back in behind the ruck. Grant will get him with King. Liero. And they drag him to ground on tackle 4. Where he's 38 out from his line, just to the right of centre field. Smith back underneath. Looking for Mosley Otter. He gets the offload away to Scott. He goes wide to Cleary. Cleary sends it back the other way to Cogger. Looking a little frantic, Penrith. You're on top by 8. Just hold on to the ball and manage the clock. Less than 4 minutes remaining. I know the job's far from done. Cleary will kick from inside his own side of halfway. Fa'alongo will take it on his 20. That's a little skip across field. Almost slices through. Henry hangs onto his collar. Drags him down. And they'll play it 30 out from the line. Well. Now the Storm. They need to find something, and they need to find it now. Tackle 3. They're 42 out from the line. 15 in from touch. Grant goes to Wishart. Out the back to Munster. On to Fa'alongo. Fa'alongo gets quick ball to Howarth, and Brian Toto gets up and chops him in half. That's tackle 4. 4 short of halfway. They chip in behind. Collision in back play. Referee says play on. Both had turned for the ball. Grant not happy, but it looked pretty legitimate to me. And that'll be tackle 1 for the Panthers here. And with less than 3 minutes to go, they know they just have to complete the set. Toto now. He'll play it 42 out from his line. 2.5 to go. Jenkins up over halfway. Now Smith on for Cleary. Show and go. Gets the ball back inside. And Melbourne dive on it. 2:14 to go. I'm sure they'll have it both ways. First one, Penrith. And Penrith will have a captain's challenge. Unsurprisingly, with 2 minutes and 3 seconds, 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go. They've just adjusted the clock. Great to have you all tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Jump into the comments as well. Let us know where you're watching from. Jump into that poll. Lots of people have told us other. No one's telling me where their other is, though. So we've got 7 votes for other. Love to know thoughts of where people think we should have another expansion team. Ipswich and New Zealand are neck and neck. It's going to be an unsuccessful challenge for Penrith. And it will be Melbourne's ball. 2:06. Theoretically enough time to score twice, but very unlikely. They'd need to get on their bikes. If I'm not mistaken, too, Melbourne have just used 3 changes today. McDonald, Hinchy, and Clark. I don't think we've seen Chan. Hetherington. Oh, my goodness. Penrith trying to figure out how to pack a scrum here. There we go. They get sorted. Melbourne feed it, and they've got shape to their right. Munster. Out the back they go. Wishart on for Fa'alongo. Tries to slip around one, but Cogger drags him down, and he'll play it 34 out from his line. 15 in from touch. At 66 metres to go. Cooper Clark's only going to barely pick up 5 of those. Long, long way to go from here. So there's your end results on the poll as Nick Meaney skips away. It's New Zealand and other, neck and neck at a third each. A little love for Darwin and a little bit for Queensland. So it just shows how divided everyone is, I guess. I said I'd love to know some thoughts on other. Where else? I know some people suggested Adelaide. Don't really support that personally. I know some others have suggested Country New South Wales. I think it's just too hard because it doesn't really belong to anyone and they'll be all over the shop. They'll kind of be a nomadic, homeless team. The Storm now tackle 5. They'll play this 37 out from the line. Wishart's just going to put up the lottery bomb here, but it's going to be too heavy for a real contest. Brian Tyler, he drops it backwards, and now he's going to ground it in the in goal with 52 seconds to go. Melbourne could get back within a couple of points here, but it's going to be too little too late. Oh, dear. Brian Tyler did well to recover. It could have been absolutely disastrous if he didn't. As I said, great to have you all tuning in. Wonderful to have you along for the ride. We'll be back tomorrow night with both games, so make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell notification down below. That way you'll get those notifications for each one we go live with. As Cleary goes, the low wobbly dropout. 20 seconds to go as Melbourne take possession here. Fa'alongo gives it on to King, who'll take it up over the 30, spins his way into a couple more defenders who come in. We've got Billy Scott there and Lindsay Smith. Harry Grant gets out of dummy half. Little chip in behind, looking for Cooper Clark. Casey McLean. Did he knock it on as he went to ground? No, he held it, says referee Grant Atkins. And that will be all she wrote. It's been ugly. It's been ill-discipline from Penrith. But it will be 2 competition points that will lift them back to the top of the ladder for the time being until the Roosters take on the Tigers on Sunday afternoon. A hat-trick to Brian Toto. A try to Liam Henry. 3 goals from 4 attempts. For the Storm, tries to Jack Howarth. Tyron Wishart also got across the stripe. And the third and final try went the way of Sualangi Tuamalatu Brown. It was 1 goal from 3 attempts for Nick Meaney. The big talking point, though, Oren Keeley went to the sin bin in the first half, as did Liam Martin just before halftime. Then Lindsay Smith and Jack Cogger also went to the sin bin in the second half. So Penrith played a total of, well, not quite 30 minutes because they played about 4 or 5 minutes with 11 men and then played the remainder of those windows. So about 20 minutes with 12 at different points. So interesting times. Penrith find an ugly way to get a win, which they'll be happy with to snap that losing streak. But that is full time. Big thank you to you all for tuning in. Make sure if you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Help us to keep pushing towards that 2,000 goal. Might even be able to tip past 1850 this weekend. But again, appreciate having you all along for the journey. We'll be back tomorrow with the 6 p.m. game between the Broncos and the Raiders, and then into the later game as well. So we're back-to-back with those 2 games, Dolphins and the Eels. We're back with the Knights and Manly and the Rabbitohs and Warriors on Saturday. We'll also have some Super League Saturday morning. And then Sunday, we'll have the Roosters and the Tigers, and we may have the Titans and the Sharks to be confirmed. But we'll have plenty of content across the weekend. Looking forward to it. Going to cover off on the best part of 6 of the NRL games, so it's going to be a huge weekend. As I say, thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit like on the video, hit subscribe on the channel, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Make sure to hit that bell icon as well to get those notifications. Thanks again.